Hello everyone and happy June. I hope you're ready for this month's journaling spread. I'm so excited to share it. I had so much fun drawing these lovely flowers, so we're going to do like a little meadow of wildflowers, and this just makes me want to go through the month with a lot of intention, and I think that's what journaling is all about. So I suppose it's doing its job. So I hope you feel the same. Get out all of your favorite pens, all of your favorite pen colors. We're going to need some lovely contrasting colors, so think of like lighter blue and darker blue, lighter pink and darker pink, so something really translucent looking and something really contrasting, so then we can mix and match. We can add like detail on top of like a really soft looking color, so that'll be really lovely. You will need some sort of a pen for calligraphy. I'll be using this Tombow for the Nasuki brush pen. I love this pen, it's just so beautiful. It's a fine tip pen and you can achieve like a really nice kind of like elegant looking calligraphy, which is lovely. But there we are, so let's get cozy, make a cup of tea and let's get creating. So I've got quite a few colourful pens ready for this session, and every time I use a different colour I'll obviously let you know, but you want to have some lighter colours, so something that's quite translucent looking like this light pink for example, or kind of pale blue for example, and then some more contrasting colours, so you can then go over those paler colours to create a bit more contrast. So for June's cover page, you're going to draw a beautiful, kind of like a meadow, so just like lots of flowers together, like a field of beautiful wildflowers, and I think it's going to look really pretty. So we do want to do some calligraphy in here as well, so how about we just like block out the area that we're going to letter in, so we don't go over it with drawings. So I'm just going to position my ruler here. I think I want to do my calligraphy at the bottom, so I'm just going to draw 2 lines here. Actually, we don't need that much space, so just a little rectangle, and I'll just know that I can't go over, I can't go into this rectangle, so I have to draw around it. And I'm going to do calligraphy first, I think, so I'm just going to do Hello June. So it's quite nice to have this little rectangle. It kind of gives you a bit of guideline here as you do lettering. So I'm going to keep it fairly small, although June is a pretty short word anyway, but I'm just being quite cautious about how much room I have here. So beautiful hello and June will go there. I think that's going to look quite pretty. There, lovely. And we're going to start drawing some flower heads. So I'm going to start with this light pink color, and I'm just going to draw like a big blob of it will look like a big blob, but it'll just be like 4 petal flower, and we're going to color it in, and I might do a few of these kind of around. And as you do this, try to imagine how they would grow. Just imagine you're looking at the field like from the side, and what flowers you would see pop up and how would they be positioned. Try to really use your imagination there. Might do some yellow ones as well. I might do this little like a 6 petal one that looks a bit like this. So we are going to add some detail in there, so don't worry, it will look obviously a bit more like a flower, but for now we're just doing the base of each flower, so we can then color in a bit more. And I'm just doing the first layer to begin with, and I might actually do some of these, like they look like little ovals, like a little cluster of little ovals, and then I'll just add like little stems to these. I might do another one here that looks some similar kind of style. Might do some blue ones, I might do some of these. So I'm just kind of moving my pen up and down and connecting it to the same base. You can also do little loops. They'll look a bit more like that. Don't forget about the bottom of the page. So we do want to have something like at the bottom here as well. So I'm just going to go around and focus on these shapes in particular, and then I'll come back to this and add some more detail and also some stems and leaves to kind of bring it all together a bit more. It's going to look lovely. So I might speed this up, so take your time here. You can do as many as you like, and might do some of these. They kind of look like a tulip shape, but we're going to add some more detail there as well. So feel free to do these shapes with me. Okay, so I've done a few. We can always add more as we go, but for now I'm just going to now grab something that's a bit darker than this pink, and I might actually try this like darker pink color, and I'll just do a little center to begin with, and then just do like these little really thin kind of lines, just showing a bit more detail, imagining that, you know, we're kind of showing that there are some folds in the petals maybe. I'm just going around in a circle, following the petal shape, and just adding a bit more depth so it doesn't look just like a little blob. Adding a bit more dimension. And I might add little tops of flower here. So on top of this orange, I'll do like a little, kind of like a top, so that's where the middle is, and I'm just using pink for this. You could try using a different color. You can even add some like black detail if you have any fine tip pens. You can draw a few lines and maybe add like little dots in there, as if that's, you know, that like that center of the flower is like showing a bit more. So I've got these two green colours, so they're slightly different, and I'll see what I can do. So I'll use them both, I think. So we're going to start just drawing fairly straight, kind of looking stems. They want to be really thin, and just imagine how, try to position them in the most natural way. Imagine how they would like grow out of each flower. And we can start adding little leaves. So I'm just applying a bit of pressure here to create this like a leaf shape, and these definitely want to be quite natural looking. You can also create like a little fold. You can do something like this where you kind of drop the leaf down a little bit, like open it up like this, and then color in. You'll just look a bit more natural when you kind of look at it. So I'm keeping my leaves fairly big actually, especially for these bigger flowers. They can definitely be quite chunky looking, so have fun adding lots of leaves. And here for these red ones, I'm just going to do like lots of stems kind of coming down like to one point, as if it's like a little bouquet. So that'll look quite nice. And if you have a gold pen, so we want to use something that's opaque for this next step. So I'm just going to draw a little center of the flower with the gold pen, only because I want to use yellow, but I don't have like an opaque yellow color that would show up if I draw on red. So if you do, that's great, you know, you can use that, but I think gold looks quite nice. So yeah, I'm just going to keep adding leaves I'm going to do each little stem first, and then we can also fill in the spaces in between. So I noticed that I need to like extend my stems quite a lot. You definitely want the stalks to be quite long and thin. And when you walk around this rectangle, just make sure you don't. Just make sure that you kind of keep outside of it so you don't go in. So although our stalks are really kind of straight looking, we are going to create a bit of movement by adding these like really kind of flowy leaves here and there. So I'm doing one on each side, and I'm being quite careless about the way I'm positioning them. I'm not afraid if they're looking a bit kind of like folded or not very uniform. It's definitely all part of it. You can even add more than one leaf here and there. So once you've done your initial flowers, you can then go back, and once you've done your stems, you can see where you could add in some more. But remember, you can also just do leaves. So we definitely want to fill in the space with some little like stalks of leaves, and this is where actually the other green could come into play. You could use something a bit brighter. So all I'm doing like a straight line, and then I'm just adding these leaves and going up, and then pressing a bit harder, going down, maybe applying a bit of pressure. Again, quite careless looking. Just the idea is to fill in all the wide gaps pretty much. So you can add a bit more movement with the leaves. They don't have to be like super straight. It'll take a bit of time, but you know, the result is so worth it. I think it will look really pretty. Again, just see if you want to fill the space with some more flowers. I might do just a few more of these. Very simplistic ones. And I've got this beige colour, and I'm just thinking of doing like a few leaves, like in clusters of 2. They look like little bunny ears, but they are just little leaves, and I think that it will help to fill in the space a bit better. So something really neutral. So if you have something beige or grey, this could be a really nice little filler. Yeah, you can take it as far as you like. If you have time and you want to like draw lots of leaves, you can carry on, add in some more flower heads here and there. Just yeah, make it quite fun looking. But I think I'm quite happy actually with the way this has shaped up, and I might just leave it there in a minute. So I might just add a few more. But yeah, at one point we want to get rid of these lines just so we can see what it looks like, and if we need to add anything else, we can definitely do that. Lovely. So we're going to carry on to the second part of the page, and this is where we're going to do some actual journaling and do a lovely layout. So shall we do the month at a glance again? I just love having like the whole month in front of me. So I might just use black, and I might write month at a glance here, or like on the left side. Keeping my calligraphy fairly small. And simplistic, adding a bit of bounds on letters like H and N. Yeah, letter N is here, so I might bounce it down a little bit. I love bouncy lettering style. As I finish the word, I'll finish with a little exit stroke there. Lovely. And I've got this fine tip pen, and I'm thinking of doing something like this, where I do one little branch, so quite long. So this is for the days of the week, so I might just finish this with a little leaf for now. But the idea is that I'm going to write, so Monday M, Tuesday T, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll do another one here and do a little leaf on this side. Maybe add on some more leaves, but that we can do that later. But for now, let's just fill this in with numbers. So June starts on a Saturday, doesn't it? So we're gonna do 1, 2, go all the way back here, 3, 4, 5. There we go, so we're finishing with 30, and we can now decorate this a little bit, maybe add some leaves here and there. So I'm just doing the outline of the leaf, and maybe have some leaves kind of coming out of here as well. You can also draw some really simplistic flowers, just like the outline, so doing the middle and then maybe drawing 5 flowers, 5 petals coming out of there. So yeah, adding a bit of a beautiful, delicate detail there. I think that looks quite good. And if your lettering is dry, maybe you could highlight it. We could do like a little soft highlight. So do wait for it to dry. I never wait enough, so I get a bit of smudging there. Although I can smudge anyway. You can colour these flowers in if you like. I think they'll add even more kind of dimension and detail to it. So yeah, just like quite pretty. And you can do the same with green. I actually have this like different colour green here. Might just do a quick little stroke, nothing too precise, you know, it can definitely be quite loose looking like this. I think that's quite lovely. So we got our month at a glance, which is nice. I just want to do like a little quote in the middle saying start today. Just going to use black for this and kind of connect everything in one go. And do a little connection stroke here like this, and then carry on with today. So that kind of connecting T to T is a bit tricky, so we're just doing like a little horizontal connection there. And when we finish the word today, we're going to stretch it to the side as well. So yeah, just like a nice little reminder, because sometimes we all have these dreams and maybe we wait and we don't really start because we don't really believe in ourselves, or maybe we have imposter syndrome, you know. This is just a good reminder. So whatever it is that you're dreaming of doing, start today. Take that first step. So I'm thinking of doing like a little goals list here. So maybe you could start with this like little banner. So we can draw it freehand. So a little line, then a horizontal line. Try to do your best banner look like that, and we can write goals in there, just like capitals. And then we could grab a ruler and kind of position it here in a straight line. and then just do little lines like that, and then just carry on. We can do like a normal little rectangle where we will actually write some things. So we can do a line here, and a line at the bottom as well. I might go over this maybe in beige colour. This you could just decorate with like some berries, for example. So I'm just going to do some berries here and there. Do some of this purple lavender detail. So if we grab a bit of purple, and then we could do like a little cluster, like a little line of these shapes that we've done here, very similar. So going to be doing lots of lines connecting to the same base, and they kind of end up looking like a little triangle shape. So just up and down, back to the base. I'm just like leaving gaps in between them because I'm going to join them all up with like a fine tip pen. So just doing some of these, maybe stretching to the inside as well, and just kind of join them all up like this, like stack them. Like this. And you can just write your goals here. We could number them, maybe 1, 2, 3. It's quite nice to have the amount to focus on. So maybe 2 small goals and maybe 2 longer goals. And we can just add on here more flowers. I might go for yellow, so yellow contrasts really well with purple, and I might just do these flowers again where these really simplistic, they kind of look like the wildflowers. There we go, and the last thing I just want to add in is like a little habit tracker here, and I'm just thinking we could do something really simple where we just write what it is that we want to track, and maybe actually I'll use calligraphy for that. I'll just write water. So again, I just need to remember to drink more water. So I'm going to write that, and you can also pick like 1 or 2 habits that you want to track. So again, another habit, so I'm just going to write walking. And there we go, and then we can draw like a little grid and just colour in these habits as we do them. So the grid can look something really simple like this. I might just do it in pencil just to test it out. So we could do like a little rectangle to begin with, and then we could just draw another line in there. And every time you do this habit, when you implement it, you could just do a little coloring. So you could let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sections. Perfect. So obviously I'll be drinking on other days as well. But this is just good, you know, you can color in every time you do it. And for walking, I might do a smaller rectangle for walking. So every time I would do like a big walk, I would then colour in a little section. Okay, so we can maybe pick 2 colours. So I would do pink. You could show it as a flower here. So every time I drink some water, you know, I'm not talking like 2 litres of water. I'm just trying to hydrate a lot, I suppose. And now I will just colour in. So let's say I do it today, I'll then just colour in this little square. And we can pick another colour for a second habit. So it could be yellow, let's say, or any other colour. And every time we do, well, for me, every time I do a big walk, I would then colour in. And I'm not going to cheat because I haven't walked today much at all. So I'm going to leave that blank. But there we go. So I think this is looking pretty good for a lovely layout for June. And just to fill in this little gap, so also if you have like any gaps, you can just draw something there. I love doing these sleeves, and I love doing them in blue. Don't know why, but I feel like they just look really, really good. This particular leaf, like little branch in blue, always looks amazing. So yeah, you might want to add a couple of these to fill in any gaps that you have. But that's the end result. I hope you enjoyed this with me, and I would love to know and see your layouts. So yeah, well done everybody. I hope you had fun. I might actually do another one here to balance it out a bit. Might do something like this, maybe a smaller one. I really enjoyed this. This was quite relaxing, and I hope you feel the same. So I'm going to color this in. Please share. I would love to see your work, so please share on Instagram, tag me, or just pop it in the group. We got a lovely calligraphy beginners Facebook group where you can share, connect with other calligraphers, get creative. But there we go. Well done everybody, and I'll see you next month.